Welcome back to Normal World. This is the news. Jada Pinkett Smith posted photos of her family celebrating Thanksgiving on Instagram this past weekend. Her kids commented that their favorite part of the meal was the mashed potatoes, while Will, her husband, said that he preferred the stuffing.
Famous person Tiffany Haddish was arrested for a DUI last week before her court date was previously for a DUI. To make things worse, a third lawsuit was just filed by a person that was far less famous, Dave Landau, for impersonation.
RuPaul's Drag Race, which has been on the air since 2009, made history by crowning its first ever cisgendered woman as the winner. That's right. It only took 14 years for a woman to win a woman look-alike contest.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. You women are making progress.
We're getting there.
Doing it.
One day voting.
I feel it.
Former Governor Chris Christie blames Trump for a rise in anti-Semitism, saying intolerance towards anyone encourages intolerance towards everyone. I really would like to agree with him, but he's just so fat. Anyway, welcome back to Normal World. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm Quarterback Garrett. I hope you enjoyed your stuffing and your potatoes and all the turkey.
And of course, we have
Angela. I hope you got stuffed.
Yeah, stuffed. I hope you got stuffed just like Will Smith earning a paycheck. And right in his. All right.
Ever see a picture of him putting his hands on the Walk of Fame, getting his handprints over there at the Man's Chinese Theater? He looked really comfortable.
Yeah,
really comfortable in that position.
Seemed like he'd been there before.
Yeah,
his knees had calluses. But also, we want to say this before we start the show. To take a minute to say a big thank you to Dr. Steve, who is going to be a continuous segment on the show called Ask Dr. Steve, where you can submit your weird medical questions, and you can do that by sending them to NWASK@gmail.com. That's Normal World, obviously. Ask Dr. Steve. NWAskDrSteve@gmail.com. Your questions may get answered live on the air, and it's private if you do have serious questions. We're not going to share your information, and you can send it from a fake account. We don't care, whatever you want.
No dick pics, please.
No.
I know you're going to do them. Just don't do it.
At least make them nice.
Yeah.
And we do want to thank the fan that sent us Black Wheelchair Santa.
Oh, yeah.
We all got one, so thank you so much for that.
I feel represented, you know?
I just wanted to make sure
see myself in Santa.
Yeah, you finally got a Santa that you can relate to.
Yeah.
I like how Santa is handicapped because, he's magic. But not magic.
He can't magic his own legs.
He's not magic enough to walk.
He can make reindeer fly, but
no.
He can't make those legs walk.
I feel like getting in and out of the sleigh would be a real chore on the roof now.
Well, they put a ramp on it.
But when
a little ramp that goes...
but it just seems it would delay everything by 3 days.
Yeah, well.
If you ever put one of those things in a car. Anyway. All right. So, Conor McGregor is under investigation for hate speech by the Irish police. Dublin had a series of riots that took place last week after a man was stabbed, as well as 3 children in Ireland. Yeah, it really sucks. 3 suspects. They're allegedly naturalized citizens of Ireland, but the incident brought up a lot of immigration rhetoric. And Irish authorities are blaming far-right ideology for anti-immigration protests. They flagged Conor's tweets before the stabbing riots took place, actually.
Wait, so before...
stabbing and riots.
Before the stabbing even happened. So they retrospectively went back in time and they found his tweet and said, oh, this is...
Well, no, they were
flagging. The riots happened?
He was basically saying that he's worried that something's going to happen because of...
And then something happened.
Correct. So it seems like he may have been completely accurate.
Oh. It's not his fault. He just called it.
Yeah, he was just accurate. So somehow that's hate speech, of course. And so, like, the tweets were, for example, Ireland, we are at war. And do not let any Irish property be took over unannounced.
So it was November 22nd.
Yes, evaporated, property. Conor also tweeted 2 days ago to Irish authorities that they are launching an investigation into Conor McGregor, obviously for hate speech, But what he tweeted out was, let me grab this here. I have them written out. I apologize right there.
Is it any update?
Yes. Well,
Any update on the well-being of those
today.
stabs today?
Sorry, yeah, that was on the 23rd. Any update on the well-being of those stabbed today? Absolutely horrific scenes all day. My stomach is churning. With no action being taken at all during these more frequent events, like literally zero action taken whatsoever. How do we expect to end this? We need reform. We need action.
Okay, now that does not sound
Hateful?
like, hate. That sounds like you might be calling out the government.
Correct, and the police.
I think it might be a little like to their benefit to arrest him when he's the one that's like, hey, maybe we should look into the government for not doing their job.
Well, that's exactly
Sounds familiar.
it. And like this was sent on, this was November 26th. So she was abducted by an evil terrorist organization. What is with you and your government and your paid for media affiliates constantly downplaying and attempting to repress horrific acts that happen to children? You are a disgrace. The day after a stabbing of children in Ireland, not one paper had it on the front cover. We will never forget. I think he's just simply trying to point out the horrific things that are going on in Ireland right now. And he even says, and this came out today.
Yeah, he followed up.
I do not connect this crime with migration. I connect crime to your governments. Many failed policies in protecting and securing the inhabitants of Ireland. It seems there's some parallels here.
Yeah.
There is a real lapse in national security. We need a brand new task force founded to assess all, it goes on, and the reality is
in depth, but none of it, if you read the entire tweet, you can go,
if you go to
Conor,
Conor,
get pulled down.
Yeah.
Go read it. None of it is specifically calling out any group of people, any race or religion or anything like that. He's talking about the government. He's talking about you, the government, are not doing enough to protect its people.
And as a result, children are being stabbed,
Yes.
there's people being hurt, and I think we've
We
seen
see that a lot.
parallels to our own country. And I mean, I obviously talk about this because I care a lot about speech, and the people that they're blaming are, of course, you're going after Conor McGregor for caring about his own country. And I think that's a disgrace. And the situation with Conor McGregor and the Irish police, it's caused such a stir that, let me see here, that it's caused such a stir that the show Cops has actually decided to do a special featurette on them.
Okay.
Wow.
Naughty boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the paddy wagon's coming for you?
Tonight on Irish Cops.
What I gotta do to buy you a drink?
You just did it.
Naughty boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the paddy wagon comes for you?
A banger.
That's a
Yeah,
good
some
stab.
serious stuff, so.
That's a good show. Hey, watch it.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were around still, Cops. Are they still making shows?
just Irish Cops.
Wow. Okay, so it's a super side. It's like Cheaters LA.
Yeah.
They did the Cheater show, and then it did.
Or All American Cops up until 1975. Speaking of speech and people find offensive, Tim Allen has shocked fans with a social media post where he said he doesn't believe that animals are capable of love. Hey, Tim,
Monster.
if you don't think that animals are capable of love, then how do you explain this?
Oh, God.
Disgusting. Sick. Let's move on. I don't want to see it. Get that off the screen.
Missed that cue.
Yeah. Hard.
What I'm saying is that man had rights.
Oh, good.
It works. It works.
I almost thought you were listening today. Wow, that was hard hitting.
What's that? Yeah.
I'd like to hear some facts. So today, to bring up some animal love facts, please welcome our animal love expert, Wilber Wondertree.
Hey. Yeah.
What?
What?
Am I going now?
Yeah, that was your intro
Because
song.
I've been doing, your studio doesn't really accommodate the different kinds of guests, so I hope you don't care I wear the headphones like this.
Tall-headed people.
I'm going to have to, like, hold these sometimes.
Why don't you just take your hat off?
Yeah, you could.
Well, I have a condition, so on months that are odd, so, like, this is November, that's 11, that's an odd number. If I take my hat
did you have
off,
a good Thanksgiving?
I'll get in a car accident.
What?
Yeah, what's your take on the Tim Allen tweet? I don't know. You're talking about the hat there.
Well, I'd like to start with the Thanksgiving question. That was a good question, if you don't mind. I like talking about I'm just a guy. I like holidays.
Okay,
Everyone else.
yeah, we can get a little more cordial about it. Yeah,
question.
did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Did you?
I
Do you
did.
have any like qualms about eating turkeys and stuff or anything?
Yeah, if you
Well,
Are you vegetarian?
here's the thing. I eat turkeys. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably not in the traditional way that you are thinking right now, but I had plenty
Like
of
like
live
ground turkey?
I had plenty of live turkey for Thanksgiving.
oh,
So you plucked it yourself and you did the whole shebang, like from start to finish.
There
say
there
that.
was plucking. Yeah, you could say there was plucking. Again, it's probably a little different than your
Just for fun.
Thanksgiving, but
Yeah.
it's
Okay, yeah.
that's how I celebrate Thanksgiving. So
that's great. So I would assume that like you may disagree with Tim Allen.
yeah.
Of course. I mean, my whole professional career is based on the fact that not only animals can love humans, but that humans returning that love to animals is one of the most purely human acts you can do, being a human.
But you don't think that animals have like the emotional development of human beings, do you?
Yeah.
They, in some ways, it's more base and raw because they're not as developed. For instance, like with a canine, the love from a canine is much, redder and harder than from a
I don't like
regular human interaction.
whatever you say. Don't stop. Don't continue what you were saying right there.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's hard to argue that an animal doesn't love you.
Yeah. That's like unconditional love.
Exactly. You can't argue that. No, they absolutely can love you. This is a real. I'm just here to express, like you said, the facts from my point of view as an expert in this.
I feel like
I can confirm that for you guys.
misconstruing some of the things he's saying over here.
But do they? I don't know. Do they give love the same as they receive it?
Like when you pat them on the head, they like show affection.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. So if you were pet, like you guys have a dog, right?
I do. Yeah, I have two.
So if you
Yeah.
pet it on the head, it responds to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then if you start going a little bit like, to the lower belly and you're rubbing that area, it responds a little bit more as you go down, right?
I guess.
And then if you continue this and you give it like a little, a reach around, I like to call them sneak arounds
Wilber, are
with the
you-
dog, then it will respond even,
How did you get in here?
I mean, yeah, this guy, Alex, you let me in.
My name's not Alex.
Yeah, it's in
You
my
talking about
phone.
Alex
No, Alex Stein. Yeah, it's in my
you from
phone. I was
Craigslist?
just talking to you like 5 minutes before I came in here.
You're from
No.
Craigslist, I think.
My name is Garrett. You were probably
Okay.
talking to somebody completely different.
That's next
So
door.
over
what
there.
show is this?
This is Normal World. There's a big sign on the wall. It's over there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was all one place. Well, that makes you okay. So you're Dave then. That makes you Dave.
Yeah, I'm Dave.
Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave and Garrett. Angela's.
Well, I do like this set. This is a fun setup. Like you should maybe like start doing your own show.
I've been thinking about it, Wilber.
Because this has been. I mean, I know I'm in the wrong spot, but it's been fun so far.
Okay, you can go ahead. You can leave.
Okay.
I appreciate it. There's a jar of Skippy there for you as a gift.
Can I take that shirt with me
This
before I
sure,
go?
No, these are cartoon dinosaurs. They've been extinct for millions of years.
Yeah.
Why would
you
There's just something about this shirt I really would like to. I can return it
No, it's okay.
when the show's
No,
done.
will
no
you
thanks.
trade? Will you trade your hat because it'll get you in a
Did
car
you take the hat
accident?
off?
I can't
Take
do
the hat
that. I'll
off,
get in a car accident if
It's
I
the
take
only
the
way.
hat off.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah.
You get in a car accident if you take the hat off? Was it like
Only
did
on-
she give you that hat or something? It's like
Well, only on, I know we,
King thing?
only
Why
on
are you
days,
making him stay?
only on months that are odd. I could take the hat off. So for Christmas
Oh my
next
God.
month, I
Could
can
you
take it
please
off.
Just take the headphones off and leave.
I'll tell you guys
I just
after.
want to know about this
I'll
whole
tell you after.
backstory.
Okay, please don't assault the makeup lady.
We need to vet the people that come on this show.
Why we don't?
Because Alex's guy. You guys can see him on Alex's show.
Yeah,
probably.
he's
Later.
Alex Stein, great guy.
He is a good
He
dude.
is, yeah.
Very,
I love
very
Alex.
fun guy. I don't know where he finds his guests,
I
but
do not.
oh,
How to get on our show? I don't know
Right,
how
yeah.
that happens.
Um,
What's next? What's going on here? Get out of that.
well, it's speaking of puppy love.
Okay.
Ugh.
You don't like that term?
That's,
That was
Well, not
It's
now.
too close. It's too close. It's been too soon.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't know the good segue, but I guess puppy love is a little too on the nose. That also didn't help.
the wet nose.
The wet nose.
Oh,
You know they have
talk
a
about heavy petting.
keen sense of smell. Travis Kelce, right? That's how you say it.
I have no idea. Is this some kind of a sports guy? Throw the b-ball into the hoops
guy-
or the?
Travis Kelce.
No, he throws the ball, the long ball.
No, he's a tight end.
Yeah,
What is
tight end.
He's I don't know about his ass.
The City
catches it.
Chiefs.
So he catches the ball. I thought that was a catcher. Not a catcher.
Oh, right. No, that's
Colloquial.
you're thinking soccer. Travis Kelce, right? Kelce?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kelce? If I'm wrong, please say it into my ears.
Or in the comments.
I just call them trailer, the couple. But Travis Kelce told Vanity Fair that his secret to dating Taylor Swift is not to say anything that would push Taylor away.
Also called newly dating.
Right. You mean
Like
don't-
almost what you're supposed to do, I think.
the time where you don't get to be yourself for the first 2 years?
Yeah, you hold it all in,
Yeah, and then you show them
You
who
let it all out.
you really are at some point.
just like this
But
show.
it's too late. You already have a mortgage.
You're tied to me forever.
You're
do
gonna
anything.
take this abuse. I don't wanna. Sorry. So anyway, what's really what's he gonna say to her? Like stop her mid head and be like, "All right, I'm gonna let you finish, but
Hey.
I'm gonna let you finish."
Beyonce is the best at this. Okay, she deserves the credit.
You
can
finish. You finish. You finish.
You
Yo,
All right,
Could continue.
finish.
You never stop. Okay, just advice. You don't stop it because it's very rare. So you would never stop a lady.
No. But unless if she's giving or receiving, and you really do want to give a shout out to Beyonce,
Queen Bee.
that's the only reason why
Wait,
you
hold
might
up.
do that. You might be like, Queen
I'm a
Bee.
big fan.
You guys know how, speaking of Taylor Swift, you know how she writes all these songs about her ex-boyfriends, like
Right.
the Kennedy guy or Joe Jonas or whatever.
Yes.
Did
I
you
was
guys-
not aware.
Well, did you know that she wrote one for Travis Kelce too?
Already?
Yeah.
I thought.
Play it.
Is that in a real song? Now I saw you editing this clip, and I was confused if this was like some kind of AI thing, or if she actually sung that in a song. If it was actually the words "You're gay."
Oh, that's not edited.
It was a real song.
It was a real song.
Yes. Like somebody that knows a lot more about Taylor Swift than I told me that was actually from a song, and they've removed it. It was like, you can tell your friends I'm crazy or something, and I'll tell them you're gay, but they struck that out. So it used to be a lyric, but now you can't find it anywhere on the internet.
But there's a
Except for right
whole
here.
section apparently that we've learned today of Taylor Swift fans who are called the Gaylor fans, who believe that she's gay.
Oh, I thought that was just Swifties. I thought that was just all of them.
Not all Swifties.
There's a
believe that.
subsection of Swifties
It's
called
a sub.
Gaylors.
Okay.
Yes.
And
I
they,
didn't know that was real.
yeah, they believe that all the songs that she writes about like breakups and stuff are like about her friends, and that she's secretly a lesbian or
Well, which is also why she's only dated guys for, it seems like always this period of 3 months exactly. That seems to be their theory as well, like a bit
Got to get a song out of this guy.
staged.
Mm.
But this seems, this guy's, he's talking to Vanity Fair.
Okay.
He seems to be very serious with this Taylor couple, this Travis. And look, I think he's probably headed to the Hall of Fame. Let's be honest. He's a great player, and obviously she will be inducted. It's good not to the Football Hall of Fame. She does music.
Yeah.
It's good that he wants a meaningful relationship, even if it all seems so painfully staged. All of her past relationships, like I said, have seemed approximately 3 months because she's so busy. But he's talking about retirement, so maybe that could work.
Oh, see, he's going to be like the wife on the arm.
See what I'm saying?
Wife.
They could go on the road together like Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born. And she'll have a hit tune after the CTE results in him hanging himself in their garage. Anyway, but the only way that'll happen is if he watches his mouth. Which brings us to tonight's half-ass top 10. I forgot what flip to it.
Things Travis Kelce would never say to Taylor Swift.
Oh, here it is.
All right. I'm going to go with Angela, number 1.
And I thought I was the tight end.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm going to go with number 2.
It's already up on the screen.
What does Joe Jonas taste like?
Pure. Okay.
Number 3, Garrett.
Number 3. Is it true that one song is about you going down on Dave Coulier? Coulier? Oh, Dave Coulier. Oh, cut it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to start that over. Is it true that one of the songs is about you going down on Dave Coulier in a movie theater?
You blew that joke harder than Alanis Morissette did.
Oh.
Dave Coulier.
Oh.
What?
Is that a dated reference there, Dave?
It's the only ones I write, Garrett.
It's the only ones I know. I'm talking about me.
I'm middle-aged. At best, this was hip to me when
right
you
there.
were still in your dad's balls.
Gibson up to
Swimming around. Having dreams of Nightmare Before Christmas.
You know what? I'm going to have to... Oh, yeah. Number 4. I'll feel weird asking Angela to do that, so I'll do it. Can you believe how much talent is in your mouth right now?
I'll take number 5.
Okay.
I wish all kids wore blackface to our games. Which will make more sense in a minute. Okay?
Should have shuffled around the topics a little bit. That makes sense. 6. I'm not really vaccinated. Which is actually kind of basic. It's cool.
He really goes off about how you should be, though.
Yeah.
And number 7, you're going to make me shoot myself in the chest, and I haven't even retired yet. Thank you. That was tonight's half-ass top 10.
Look, I know I can't read, okay?
I didn't think
but it seems that all my things, I always get these really complicated names, like Coulier.
Just figured you'd know from Full House.
I don't watch that gay shit.
You did.
I did not. I watched Family Matters. Thank you very much.
Oh, so did I.
She got you.
I didn't really mean you blew the joke. It was just the only time I could use blow and blow.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I had to use it. What am I supposed to do?
No, you have to.
Yeah, I don't know. People really seem to think they got a go of it.
Yeah.
And the fans of the KC seem to really like it if she would stop going to the games.
You know what else they like?
Dude, she was like super drunk when she went to one of those games. Did you see it?
No.
She got smashed.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. Hey,
She works
Tay
hard.
Swift, she can do whatever she wants.
She plays hard.
Yeah.
How was she on camera?
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta suck though, because everybody's recording you.
Yeah. Fame.
Give them a show.
It's not all it cracks up to be.
Fame.
Fame. What were you going to say, Angela? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, do you know what else Kansas City fans like doing?
What is that?
Blackface.
Yeah, covering their children in blackface.
Wait, this is a double hitter because he's in blackface
Dude.
and an Indian headdress.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
this
guy's
is
got
great.
Multitasking.
Yeah, what happened here is Deadspin, this garbage magazine, said that the NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan, this young boy, for his blackface and native headdress. And the best part is they took a lot of side shots, so you would just see the black. So you wouldn't even notice the red to see that he's wearing both the Chiefs colors.
The article is written by Karen. by
Karen.
Karen
You just respelled
J.
it.
Phillips.
She's like, I'm not a Karen.
Don't try and hide your name spelling, okay? I know you're a Karen.
Yeah, you
It
can't.
comes out in your writing.
Yeah, you can't do the most Karen thing ever and pretend you're not a Karen.
Come on.
Well, yeah, he's wearing a half red, half black face.
Yeah.
Which right there, it shows you that they're not even paying attention to the red face. They're trying to push an agenda so hard.
Yeah.
And the thing that bothers me the most, you're doing this to a child, and I want to point out the fact that, all right, the Kansas City Chiefs do have an agreement with Native American communities. It's perfectly acceptable to use their likeness. It's totally okay. It's fine. Why would it be a problem? And also, like, even in the past with football, like the Redskins was a level of warrior that you would achieve if you were the highest point of warrior. They're the ones that put, like, idiots who decide to protest this
I don't understand.
at all are the ones that put that out there, saying that it's like, oh, you mean the red skin? It's like, no, you're a moron.
Yeah.
It's the same as the one who don't get that the Cleveland Indians was based on the fact that Native Americans who were on the team originally, it was named for them because they were the first Native American athletes, first Indian athletes ever in baseball.
The design is after the Indian chief, isn't
Chief
it?
Wahoo, yeah.
So, yeah, it's just Karens that go out and write these articles like this. Like, this isn't even, look, it's not even Karen's fault. She's a moron. They're out there. It's the editor's fault. Where are the editors these days? There's nobody like in between the stupid writers and getting publication that just say, you know what? No, let's not do this because it's stupid and it makes no sense. And we're calling out a child for having fun at a football game.
Well, and that's the problem is you're trying to get a kid hurt. This is a little boy watching a football game,
Bullying a child
who's
publicly.
not even old enough to have any idea what any of this, racism.
Silly.
It's not racist. You're wearing the team's colors and a headdress. First of all, let's say you're wearing blackface. Why are you in a headdress? Are you just trying to
Makes sense, doesn't it?
trying to offend everyone all at once? It doesn't. There's no reason that should exist.
And doing like Asian eyes or something.
yeah,
She's like, I'm gonna hit them all.
he's got like
Trifecta.
He's got like a rice patty hat on top of that one. He's sitting there.
With the feathers coming out.
In a wheelchair.
Yes, he's
Yeah,
in
in
a
a
wheelchair.
wheelchair.
Like that's what I don't get. This is fine. Not only this is brave and what you should buy at Target, but if you wear that to a game, you're an asshole.
Right.
Explain this.
It's silly. It's similar to the reason that
Like, this
Aunt
should
Jemima
be-
got pulled and Uncle Ben got pulled because people got offended, but it wasn't people. It was people on Twitter, which don't even exist. Like, don't listen to them. And it's articles like this that come out and say, Aunt Jemima's racist because of blah, 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 blah. And then you wipe out all black representation in the entire supermarket.
Right.
Only the white characters can be. It's the same thing with like Looney Tunes. They go back and they play these Looney Tunes and they can never have any black characters because they're characters of black people. Well, what are the white people? What is Elmer Fudd but a caricature of a white person? Like, why is that not offensive, but a caricature of a black person is offensive? They did that in
Probably because
Tom and
every
Jerry.
time I hunt rabbits, I try to have sex with it when it dresses up like a girl to get away from me.
That's offensive.
They're
That is
dead.
offensive. They did it in Tom and Jerry. So in Tom and Jerry, there was a housemaid.
By the way, I just
was
want to say
black.
real quick, this should be asking you for change.
Ting, 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 ting.
No, I just mean literally like outside of anywhere at any time
Oh.
of year.
Oh, much darker.
It
than
looks
I
homeless.
Oh, we were like,
Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
I was thinking
On a
happy
different-
like donation.
No, I was
Yeah.
thinking it's it's anyway. Go on.
No, I was saying they did in Tom and Jerry. There was a one of the housemaids,
Mammy, I get it.
Mammy, right?
Yeah, it's the character.
So
of
she
Mammy.
wasn't depicted as a bad person. She was depicted as a good person that took care of the house, and then she even owned the house in a couple of episodes. But they wiped her character out.
Yes.
Literally replaced the animation with a white character. I'm like, is this not erasing white representation when you like black representation?
Well, it's the idea of
Where do you go whenever you're trying to anti-woke or woke each other and anti-racism? You end up becoming racist because you're wiping out history. It's like,
But you're black and I'm part Irish and
Somewhat.
I'm also Italian. But still, don't you want to know your heritage that's honest?
absolutely. Song of the South,
Yeah.
right? Song of the South, a great song, a great movie depicting a bad time in history, but it was it was represented by actors that were actually in the film, some that are now completely forgotten because you will never show that movie again. And that story of Brer Rabbit is actually African stories from Africa that were brought over by the slaves that told it to each other. And there's a whole backstory on that too, which is like you've completely erased that history from schools and from kids that they can never watch it because you think it's racist and you think it depicted relationships between whites and blacks in a happy-go-lucky way. But I don't think they did because that movie pisses me off because I do like that movie a lot.
Yeah,
and there's characters in it that are really poor and there's characters that are really white and rich, but there's also really poor whites. And it kind of depicted all in like a cartoony way for kids to kind of understand somewhat of what happened there. And you can kind of go from there. But yeah, just this erasing of the past and like the Taylor Swift bit where she actually had a line in the song, "You're gay," right? And then we went on YouTube to find that video and they had changed the lyrics on the 14-year-old video. The 14-year-old uploaded 14 years ago. They changed it. Which is not allowed if you don't know.
And the image somehow.
Yes, which is not allowed if you don't know how YouTube works. When you upload a video, you can't just go back and swap out the file. So they were allowed to do it. It's just dark. Like,
but when
they can do it, they can go to the past and just change it.
But when you think about the racism that's being exposed right now because of the Israel-Palestine thing,
yeah,
it's absolutely amazing to see like the anti-Semitism going after people. It's amazing to see what people are saying. The Palestinians getting thrown out of Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to see like this whole group of like this giant liberal agenda that was supposed. And you can be angry and go like, "Oh, it's no." It is. It was a giant agenda to make everything seem like it was all about coexisting. Yeah. When in fact, it's not in any way whatsoever. You need to go and peel that off your electric car because that bumper sticker is bullshit. But it really is. It's like you start seeing all of it rise to the surface now because there really is all this seething, bubbling hate under all of it.
Yeah.
So what is the point? Like you're talking about the riots in Ireland, you're talking about people globally dealing with the same things that we are, which really comes down largely to this discussion because you're looking at something that is so agenda-based that when you look at something like this is a moment where I think all of America has to look at something and go, okay, we've been tricked and they're running out of things to trick us with. When you're taking a child at a game and you're showing him turn sideways and calling it blackface, we all know it's not. You're insulting an entire community by saying that it is. Mm-hmm. Everybody should have to be able to step back and look at it and realize that this is nonsense. Like, we're not living in a time where this is at all acceptable. We are, but we shouldn't be. Like, we should be past this level of trickery after what the last several years have given us.
Yeah, I think I do see like a more silver lining, pendulum swinging back, all the terms you want to use. But I think there is like a positive kind of awakening of people realizing how shitty this is. Because there's a ton of just normie people that don't have the time. Either they're working or whatever it is. They don't have the time to be in depth with the cultural relevant stories that are happening or the way people are manipulating you. But I think on average, people are starting to go, really though? Like 4 years ago, that article came out, it would have been a huge news. That kid would have got freaking expelled. All of his friends would have yelled at him or whatever. I don't think this is going to go that far because people, like you were saying, I think they're waking up.
Yeah, I think people are getting sick of it too.
Yeah.
I think it's just like gotten to a point of no return where it's just like everybody's kind of realized like it's just boring now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's like, again? You're going to try this on me again. Literally, when this was in the show, man, I read it and I was like, wait, didn't we have this 2 weeks ago? That was a different kid.
And
it's not going to work again. Come on.
Well, and the idea that you're mass bullying a kid.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's nothing to do with skin color, nothing to do with anything else. You're just mass bullying a kid. I don't care who it is, where they're from. That's completely wrong. You have no, I believe, even if you do have the right to take their picture in public, you have no right, in my eyes, to take a picture of a child and post them like that.
Like they're a villain.
Yeah, like they're a villain, and then cause them to be threatened because there's so many stupid people out there who are going to look at that and believe it.
Yeah,
That's the sad part. But I think enough people are waking up that this is going to start dying down because this is a perfect example of how they are just running out of fuel to flame this bullshit.
And it's an old system. Articles in a magazine, on the internet. It's old dinosaur stuff that is just grasping at relevancy and trying to go, a kid that's at a football game that has his face painted. Wow, what a ridiculous concept. Let's try and cancel this child, and maybe we can get some clicks out of it. I just think that's just going away.
That's at the bottom line, though, is clicks. And
Yeah.
even if you're like, well, wait, this is a kid. Like, even if you're like, have the same opinion that we have, you're probably still going to click on it because it's like rage baiting, right? So, I mean, like, you know, it's all about clicks. Click
I
revenue.
got
It doesn't
off
matter how you get it.
For the holiday. I still haven't put it on back onto my phone, but I got off of Twitter. Dude, it's so nice.
Oh yeah,
Twitter
you
is
feel
the
great.
worst place ever because it fosters that kind of negativity, even if it's like people that are wildly against whatever you talk to, or people that are on your same side. It's just everything is negative, and I just don't want to be that way anymore.
No,
I don't
I
want to
agree.
get outraged.
Yeah, and I mean, there really is the only time I ever see myself getting at this point where I even care is when you're doing something like this, and it is important that people talk about it.
Yeah. It's
It's
a
like-
child.
it's
It's
like,
a
yeah.
child.
The Tay thing is fun to talk about.
That's fun.
Because you're just joking around. There's no seriousness to it. It's two very well-off adults who have done well in life. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's fine.
Yeah.
But with somebody like that, just stop. I mean, really, we should be thanking this kid because he finally gave the Kansas City Chiefs something to talk about other than Taylor Swift. So, I mean, a salute to you, young man,
Yeah.
Good job, sir.
for changing the topic.
Don't let them rob your joy.
That man had rights.
Yes.
Yes.
So I hope Deadspin gets sued into oblivion,
Yeah.
and the last little bit of money they have goes to that kid's not college fund, because that would just make things worse,
Be wasteful.
but to a trade school.
Also, what an appropriate name for such a shit magazine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was dead.
You know what's not shit though? You know what is the literal opposite of shit?
What?
Undertack.
Dude, Undertack's the best.
I'm wearing them right now. They're the best underwear, and it's not a bid. It's not in the copy. They didn't tell me to say this, but I have thrown out all my underwear. I used our code, our promo code. It's on the screen right there, and I got my own little
Normal 20.
discount. And I replaced all my underwear with Undertack.
I did the exact same thing. They are honestly the greatest pair of underwear you can have. I wear them to bed or I wear them out. I can wear them literally anywhere. I can wear them to the gym for the 15 minutes I go before I decide I want a Slurpee. And I honestly
I always
love
put them right next to the gym. Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Like a donut shop or a Slurpee shop or an ice cream place. Stop it.
Everything they know it. They just
They do.
And that's how the gym works with them. They're like they're going to
Cahoots,
feel
man.
bad and they're going to come back and sign up. But I love them. They're comfortable. I believe the fabric they're made with is
Hold
Angel's Kiss.
Yes.
And it's honestly it's so amazing. Like it feels so good. I honestly
It doesn't make sense.
they're the best underwear I've ever had, and I don't rave about underwear because usually I'll leave them on the floor. I got a dog that's a little weird. He'll eat them. She'll eat them. It's a whole thing.
Munch them up.
Yeah, but with these, they're good. They're durable. They last forever. They have the fun flap in the front that makes things easier.
Makes way more sense too. Like you always, if you're a man, you've used the flap. I didn't for a long time, and then I tried. I was like, "What is this here for?" I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
The flap. It's vertical, right?
Yeah, you don't like that.
And after a
business.
while, it starts just like an old whore, just kind of sitting like that instead of.
Just opens
And that's
up.
not covering anything up.
Just droopy meat lips
This is horizontal,
from
bro.
a streetwalker.
It's got
Slave
like
of
a
wizard.
flap like this.
Yeah, and then this one is like
Perfect.
This one's like, is this for your elephant trunk, sir? Would you like to drink? And yeah, and then it makes
Kill
you
weenie.
yeah, and then it fits around you. It makes your booty look good.
It does
I ain't
tight.
kidding. Keeps you
It's
tight.
tight.
Keeps you firm.
Yeah.
So that's undertack.com. You can get 20% off site wide. Like I said, when you use the code normal20, they are exceptional comfort. Twice the comfort, in my opinion, of any other underwear out there. And again, that's undertack.com, spelled undertac.com. And also, proceeds go to fighting human trafficking.
Yeah. Which is also like a benefit.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I think it's.
I mean, if you take underwear that are just plain old cotton underwear that don't help save kids,
Yeah.
Or these great underwear that are really great and you're going to feel comfy and you're saving kids.
Why don't you go buy some Hanes kids that are made by sexed up children?
Yeah. Sexed up.
Just wear your stupid trafficked underwear that you got at Kohl's.
Okay, wait.
Weirdo.
That ad was going so well. What happened?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that we do know that stuff is made by child labor, and this is not.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, these kids are easily middle-aged.
Okay.
At least.
Also, Christmas is coming.
Oh.
And if you do not know what to get the person who you love, let me suggest the gift
A little bit of undercarriage protection.
of music.
In the 70s, the music was special. Singer-songwriters spoke in metaphor, and audiences overlooked some of the pretty damning red flags.
Lose my knife, lose my gun, now it's time to run. Oh dear, this is a crime. Where's my shovel and my lime? Lose my knife, lose my gun, now it's time to
Now, for the first time ever, it's the greatest hits of Vernon Yellowknife, one of the most methodical and calculating singer-songwriters of our time.
There's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about the horrible things I've done. Dead runaway teens are just pieces in the ground.
20 unforgettable songs that leave you with more questions than answers.
Now I'm drilling holes in your brain. I haven't got need for your brain, but I'm eating it anyway.
Then check out these other great albums. There's no minimum to buy, cancel any time. Vanity Yellowknife, who left a mark on the world of music and a trail of breadcrumbs for the authorities.
I've committed a sin and now I'm wearing your skin, and my mama put me in a dress. Your flesh cold as ice, I think I'm Jesus Christ. This is the way I must confess. I've killed boys and I've killed girls, chopping them up at the Hotel California. Hey Jude, don't tell your dad. Take my strong hand.
Vernon Yellowknife's complete greatest hits. To order this special collection, please call the number on your screen or send in $18.99 plus $4.95 shipping and handling to the address below. Order now! If you'd like to own these timeless classics forever, or if you have any information on the whereabouts of Henry Owen Roy, aka Vernon Yellowknife, please call the number below and win a free poster or $20,000 reward.
Great gift idea.
Really get you in the Christmas spirit.
It does. So I highly recommend Vernon Yellowknife, and I'm glad that he is a sponsor, or the authorities.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for tuning in. Before we get to the end of the world, or to do a little bit of plugs, you can see me December 8th and 9th at the Syracuse Funny Bone, December 15th at the Irving Theater in Indianapolis, Indiana, December 16th in Hobart, Indiana at the Art Theater, December 21 through 23 at the Funny Bone in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'm going to go ahead and say, Garrett, what you got?
Hey, before I say anything, I'd like to thank everybody that stayed this late in the show. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing, all that stuff.
100%.
You can find me on my personal channel, Quarter Black Garrett, on YouTube, and on Nerdrotic on Fridays. We do Friday Night Tights, where we talk about nerd culture and comic books and movies and how every movie sucks now. So that's what we do on Fridays. Angela, what are you doing?
I don't know. I have an Instagram.
Oh,
It's called Normal Angela.
Normal Angela.
Your baby's almost one.
Yeah,
That's
she's
right.
almost one.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
Congratulations.
Her name is Stevie Ray.
Nice.
It's pretty cute.
Well, yeah. Right there.
Okay. What's up, Stevie Ray?
Steve Wright.
All right.
They grow up so fast.
Dude.
Mine's like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And he's talking.
Ugh.
He's starting to drop words.
Oh.
And a lot of them are no. You got to nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so cute, though.
Yeah, you kind of like hearing it.
Yeah. Oh.
My 8-year-old just started doing the long loop-de-loop roller coasters.
Oh, yeah.
Upside down.
I'm trying to get my baby to do that, but she keeps crying.
I took my daughter when she was 9 for the first time to a theme park.
Yeah.
And she freaking loved it.
Once they get the courage to go up, they never want to stop.
They're like, let's go on again.
They're
let's go on again.
petrified because he loves rides. And I'm like, but it was always the like upside down harder ones. And I'm like, I'm telling you, once you do this, you're going to be happy you did because you don't feel like you're going upside down. And he's like, all right, we were at Busch Gardens. And he's like, all right. You know, like he thought about it. I'm like, we don't have to. But so we did it. And like during it, like you see the look of terror. And then as you're going upside down, I was like, yeah. And then like after it, we're in line with other little kids that are afraid. And he's giving them the speech I gave him. And I was like, look, once you get up there and it's done, you don't even feel like you're upside down.
He's an old pro now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so much fun.
Were you guys big roller coaster people, adrenaline junkies?
I was when I was a kid. It's about the same age. Because we grew up near, I don't know if you've ever heard of Cedar Point.
Yeah.
But it's like the theme park for giant, crazy rides. And it's about an hour and a half from Detroit. So my dad started bringing me on ones that were insane.
Yeah.
You know?
You always got to go on the biggest ride. Have you ever been to the Florida Universal Studios?
Yes.
The Raptor ride?
Yeah.
That is the craziest and fastest roller coaster I've ever been on. So if you haven't done that, that roller coaster is the best.
Oh, for sure. That's
the craziest loops and stuff.
I love that whole park. What about you, Angela? Were you a ride?
I was like a huge adrenaline junkie up until I turned about like, I don't know. Well, I would say, I guess maybe until I got sober.
Like all the way through.
I was like, I would like bungee jump. I did all the stuff.
Oh, man.
And now I'm like, if I'm not walking on like very flat ground, I like feel dizzy.
Really? You get the vertigo?
Probably.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you've driven down a freeway backwards in a burning car like myself.
I did that one
Didn't quite get to that level of adrenaline.
You know that Superman one where it like you go up and you got the harness on your back and then they just drop you and you go that? I did that one.
I love them still. I don't know if that's part of the.
I like them too.
I just like to feel something.
Yeah, I just want to feel.
I'll still ride them. I just get nervous and sick, but I still do it.
Yeah, I think
I get sick on the spinny rides. I can't do those. Like the teacup kind of thing, I just vomit.
I thought I would be, but then I went to a fair over a few months ago with my friend Nick and his family, and we did the Gravitron. You know, like the old school.
Oh, you lay on the
around
outside?
and suctions you to the. And I was like, because I remember the Gravitron from people vomiting and being like Gravitron, and
it's great.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm going to do it just to see how bad I feel because there's no way I can handle it. And then, like, as you're moving again, you're like, you don't feel like you're spinning. You just feel like you're stuck.
Yeah, you're getting sucked out by the G-forces.
So I was shocked that it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. Like, I can still ride all the rides I used to. Like, the Millennium Force in Cedar Point was the biggest roller coaster in the world at one point. Yeah. And I remember that was one, but I was like 19, and I'm sure I know I was high. But I mean, I got to the top and it was terrifying. Yeah. Like, and then when it dropped, it was like the most fun Have
you ever ridden the roller coaster that's on top of that building in Vegas?
Yeah, the Stratosphere.
Oh, yeah.
I have not done that yet.
Yeah, I did once. It's terrifying and it goes out and like this.
Bro, no way.
My friends talked me into it 15 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Did you guys hear about this ride in the UK called the Smiler, where I think it was like 2 or 3 women had their legs amputated?
What?
Oh,
it cut off their legs.
And it's still operational?
I don't know. It's called the Smiler.
Why the Smiler? Shouldn't it be the Legless Hurt Me Ride?
The Legless Hurt Me Ride.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Was it recently?
2015.
Oh my goodness!
I went on a what was that one? Runaway. What kind of ride is it? Because is it like the Batman ride? Your feet dangle.
It's one of those. It's one of the feet danglers.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
It's on.
I rode one of those, the Wild Rapids rides where you get in a big tube and you're all sitting in the thing. That summer, it flipped over and killed a lady.
Yeah.
And then we all went there, and I was a teenager, and we rode it because nobody else would ride it. We were like, dude, there's nobody in the line. We just ran it like 80 times the entire day. It's like, it was fine now. They fixed it.
Yeah, but people are still terrified. Yeah. It's weird that they reopen it, though. You feel
so soon. The same freaking like 2 weekends later.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That lady right there.
Oh, yeah. There's a few, like, I think wasn't it in Texas where a kid like lost his head?
Yeah.
That was a rough one. Like last year.
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah. I understand somebody got a free hat.
Like, well, what's this on the ground?
Which brings us to the end of the world.
Ow!
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, after being expelled from Congress this week for doing nothing and lying about everything, what will Representative George Santos be doing for his next career path? Garrett.
Gabe Horn Fluffer.
Oh, I like that.
Seems relative to his career path.
Angela.
Gay porn producer or boom operator.
I like that. Oh, I like that.
He likes to watch.
Yeah, either one or he.
He's got to keep his hands away.
Yeah, that's right. Got to keep them doing something,
Yeah.
you know.
He's a busybody.
Devil will play.
I'm going to go with gay porn practice partner.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah,
There you go.
Streamline it.
Yeah.
I think we have a high likelihood of one of these, at least one of these hitting.
If not all.
Yeah, if not, yeah.
I'm pretty sure of it.
Tour de force.
He is trash. Well, thank you all very much for listening and hearing and watching and whatever it is you do.
Whatever it is.
We appreciate, honestly, your loyal support over the break.
you.
We hit, I think, 76.
75? 76?
I think 76 today.
Wow, yeah.
76.
Yeah.
0.6. So we are
Heck
going up.
yeah.
We really appreciate everybody who subscribes to us. It means a lot. We're trying to bring you the best we can. We work with a small team, and we're trying to bring you more every day. We got some
Thank you so
great
much.
sketches coming out.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot.
We love you.
We love you a long time. Bye-bye.